So the dashboard has seen quite some development since recording the original time-based statistics tutorial series. It's still completely valid, all the concepts were explained well, but something have changed, and one of the things that has changed is automated inputs. So far, we have been using regular inputs, manual inputs, seeing where price puts in a P1 and P2, and entering that into the dashboard. Well, that thing or is that manual labor is a thing of the past. So as you will see, is that this dashboard looks a little bit different now than what you've been seeing in the tutorials. And the most important thing here is input mode. You have manual and automatic. So what we had in the tutorials until now is that we had it always, well, you didn't have the setting, but it was kind of always manual. You had this P1 hour and P2 hour field. You still have them, and you can see, as we've been doing it, we can simply remove these, and we will get the data as we want it. Now, this has changed because now the data is automatically fetched from the current price action. It's important to understand that the last update here indicates what the most recent data is compared to the UTC time here. And it updates every 5 minutes, right? So it's not real time, but near real time. It's every 5 minutes. So, but what happens if we set this to automatic, you will see this changes. Now suddenly we see hour 0 and hour 3 as P1 and P2. And we're looking at Bitcoin, so let's go to Bitcoin, and then we see indeed P1 is at hour 0 and P2 is at hour 3. If we go to Ethereum and try to do the same thing, so we have Ethereum P1 hour 2 and P2 hour 6. All we have to do now is switch to Ethereum right there. And we indeed see P1 at hour 2 and P2 at hour 6. Now this is also responsive with the time adjusted filtering. So if we do time adjusted filtering, there we go. We see that everything is calculated nicely. So all the concepts still work exactly the same. The only difference, what is happening is that P1 and P2 are now inputted automatically. It's important to understand, and question that I often get is, well, this is not working. These boxes I changed, but nothing is changing. This is because if you have this on automatic, these fields are not responsive. These fields are only responsive when you have input mode set to manual. And you might want to do this for some backtesting or looking into the future, and there's multiple reasons you might use it. But you need to know that no longer do you need to manually input P1 and P2. It now gets fetched from the market itself, which is obviously a huge benefit. This works on all time frames. So right now we have ETH P1 on Monday and P2 on Monday. If we go to the weekly, we will probably see this. And indeed, P1 on Monday and P2 on Monday. That's why we only have that here. Would be curious to see if we have any asset with... there we go. Or actually, I don't have 1 inch in the dashboard yet. I should add it. So Gala P1 Monday, P2 Wednesday. Let's check that out. So this is probably because we just took it out. Let me check when we took it out. It's actually good that it is happening. Yeah, we just took it out. So we just took the weekly high out literally in this 5-minute block. And that's why it's not showing up yet, right? So it will show up. It's actually nice. Let's just look at this. So within 17 seconds, this weekly high is going to, or this 5-minute candle is going to close, which is when the data will be automatically fetched, right? So at the close of every 5-minute candle, the data is fetched. It's actually a really good example so that we can see how this works. So sometimes it's a little bit behind if it just gets taken out. So this was the weekly high, and indeed it got taken out during that candle. Right now data is being fetched. This takes maybe 20 or 30 seconds. So we do have to wait a little bit. But what we will see is what will automatically happen is that data will refresh, and we will see that P2 now put in on Wednesday. So we can press here to refresh. There it is. See, so now it refreshed the data. We can see here that this is now 10:35. So that's the latest update we had. It is now 10:35 UTC. And now we have P1 on Monday and P2 on Wednesday. So that was actually a very nice example of price updating in real time. Great that it happened. So that's just the gist of it. It's not that complicated, but now we no longer have to manually input P1 and P2. We can just fetch it from the current price action, and it's updated every 5 minutes. So that's all there is to it. See you in the next video, where we once again go back to the previously recorded video, so the dashboard is going to look a little bit different again, but don't worry about that. All the concepts explained are still completely valid.